Alright guys, that took me a little longer to get everything done. I'm just now looking at the chart and it looks like we could actually get this inversion right now. I haven't really analyzed that much yet, but we're delivering from a 5-minute fair value gap. Yo! I mean, I know I just barely hopped on the chart, but this kind of looks okay, honestly. I hate how it's like, so my issue is, I woke up a little late because I stayed up because of the election, and I woke up like 30 minutes late, and then that caused me to be late with my filming. I only got one video filmed, and I barely got that video filmed. So like then I get on the charts late, and then I end up missing stuff, you know? And so every day I'm gonna get a little better at making sure that doesn't happen. And it's just gonna take some time, but as that happens, I'm probably gonna keep getting better at trading too, just because I'll actually be on the charts, and yeah. Yeah. Oh, this. Yeah, that looks nice. I just barely got on the charts, so I haven't really looked at anything yet. That does look nice. Alright, well, good luck today. Thanks for saying hi. Yep, just gotta keep getting better. So, appreciate it, bro. Good luck trading today. So yeah, today I will still be trading on demo because I still haven't got my eval account, but starting tomorrow I'll trade on my eval account, and I'm gonna risk 200 per trade on a 50K account, and I will try and do every trade on the live stream. So I'll be very transparent with you guys, and hopefully we can pass this eval. But yeah. So I really need to look at what's going on here. So, pulling out our sessions. Let's pull out our sessions. We have London's high up here. Asia was just a huge move. So it just creates an awkward daily profile, honestly. Like, because usually Asia is the range. Kind of seems like London was the range today then. And I mean, this was the order block, right? Pushed into this hourly fair value gap and hourly order block. I mean, yeah, let's see what else we got going on over on the left of the chart here. We got previous week's high and previous month's high right here. Previous week's high and previous month's high. That seems like possible draw. Going down to lower time frame. Oh man. Look at how we used the True Day Open yesterday as a support level. That's crazy. Can I change the settings so that way it makes it a little bit more bright? Because why is it so dark? Okay, I gotta pull up the charts on the other screen as well. Why are they not up is the question. I don't know. Here they are. Okay. So this is where I look for SMTs. I look for SMTs on my other screen. Yeah, we're respecting, like, we respected this order block. Where's the where's the setting to make it what's it called? True day open. Okay. Okay, you can do opening prices. So I can add another opening price, which is kind of cool. I might change New York AM session to 8:30 at some point. Anyway. This 5-minute did looks like it's about to close below, but we closed way low. Okay, so yeah, I'm noting that we pushed into this order block and this fair value gap, so so we pushed into that key level. What time did we push into that? Around 6 a.m. I'm gonna add those 2 times as well to my indicator here. I won't add them yet, actually. Okay, let me get this other chart pulled up. 1 minute. 1 minute. We have equal highs on the S&P. It's a good sign for us. Okay. Can we get this inverse? 2-minute inverse, maybe 3-minute inverse. Only thing is we're not delivering from anywhere, so I'd much rather come down here, hold this 5-minute fair value gap, and then get an inverse back to the upside. That's honestly what I would prefer. It's also, this is a BPR, so. And then we have these relatively equal highs. This would be the target, honestly. Now we are getting a possible inverse back up. But I don't know. I want to see it come down here, honestly. We had a bearish SMT at these highs. So SMT here. Yeah. But honestly, when there's too much going on, I kind of get overwhelmed. Okay, we're about to possibly get a close above. Okay, we got a 3-minute inverse. That looks really good. I think I will enter that. I don't know. That looks really good. We're just not delivering from anything, but we did sweep this low. I don't know, this could work out. We're going against the bearish SMT. I'm not going to take it. Yeah, we're going against the bearish SMT. It's just, no thank you. And we're not delivering from anywhere. I don't know. That looked like a good inverse, but you just kind of like, I don't know, you just kind of feel like it's not good enough sometimes. I just didn't feel like it was good enough. I feel like I'm getting better at that, honestly. Like, we weren't at a key time. It was just the signature and price that looked good, nothing else. Like, yeah, there was a sweep, yeah, there was a good inverse, yeah, there were kind of equal highs, but it just wasn't good enough. I want to see something better. Like, same with this. Like, this was an inverse, but this, and we're not delivering from anywhere. Well, maybe we are. We were delivering from that order block. Like, I'd much rather wait for this 5 minute for value gap to get to this 5 minute for value gap. Patience is everything. No, I really do think we will come around all those highs at some point. But see, these are kind of like equal highs. Maybe we'll go down and form an SMT with S&P. I don't know. Okay. I think it's coming for this. I want to get an indicator for like 4-hour lows, 2-hour lows, and that kind of thing. Let me see if I can find one. What's nice about the PO3 indicator is you can see it lets you see the high and low of this session. So like this is no, I mean this candle. So the high of the 2-hour highs are up here, the 2-hour lows are down here. That's what I like about the PO3 indicator, honestly. I love this indicator. It's pretty good. Why are these black? You can't even see them. I want to see the Survival Gap get tapped, personally. Now, I do want an indicator that tells me okay, are you gonna show up? Where is the indicator? It's not what I want. Like, that one indicator is perfect. I wish it just worked on 4-hour highs and 2-hour highs and 1-hour highs as well. It's not what I want. Since I'm trading on, I was gonna say since I'm trading on demo, I could take more than one trade, but I'd rather just stick to one trade and keep getting better at one trade a day. Probably. Okay, we're starting to generate some good liquidity here. Okay, I think I am going to add those time levels. I think that would be valuable. 8:30. Okay. Are those in here? Why is the text dark? That's the only thing I don't like. Oh, here we go. Now I'm gonna change this to 00, just so I keep it consistent. And I'm gonna double check, but T-Trades has New York kill zone from 8:30 until 11, so I'm probably gonna change that as well. But let me see. Let me just check. Yeah, cause look. (8:30 until 11). New York AM. So like this is 20 until midnight, 2 until 5, but then the New York one is wrong. The New York AM one is wrong. It needs to be from 8:30. See, it's 9:30 when it starts, but that's not right. And then the PM is 13:30 to 16. So that one's right. So yeah, we're just gonna change the New York AM one to 8:30 because that's what T-Trades has. See, 8:30 to 11. 8:30 to 11. And it's 9:30 to 11. Okay, I'm gonna remember that I changed this. 8:30. From changing it from 9:30 to 8:30. There we go. See, that makes a lot more sense. Just saying. 8:30, having 8:30s to open the New York AM session makes a lot more sense, because this is where the liquidity pool is in this case. I like this a lot. In this video, I'm going to be... Alright, market open. There we go, 9:30. Boom. And I can switch this off and on, right? That turns it off, right? Yeah. Nice. Wonder if we're gonna reject 8:30 and come back down. That'd be interesting. Or maybe we'll leave these equal highs. Yeah, the hardest part about trading is just waiting, honestly. The thing about this 3-minute is, yeah, that 3-minute inverse, but look at multi-time frame analysis. The 2-minute, I guess the 2-minute kind of inverse too. I don't know. It's not so straightforward, but then this one was a good inverse, I guess. So interesting. So this one failed. But this next one worked. So yeah, this was probably the trade that Dodgy's gonna say he took. If I'm being honest. Dodgy probably took this. Yeah, he probably took that. I don't know, for some reason this one price action just looks more bearish, and when you get this inverse, it's like, okay, it looks like your like price is more ready to go. It's just kind of like a, I don't know, screen time thing, I guess. It's definitely a screen time thing, because yeah, this inverse would have been better. Definitely. I should have been. See, this is why. This is why. Like, the number one issue with my trading is paying attention and watching the charts. Because like, I like to just get distracted, add indicator. Yeah, this is useful to add indicators and all that. But while I was doing that, guess what? I missed the trade. You know, it's like that's the main thing that's stopping me. Because I probably would have taken that if I saw it. It's the main thing that's holding me back. Okay, we swept out London's high now. Seems like we're going up to this, though. It's too bad I was adding those indicators. I would have probably taken that. This is a nice 2-minute IFG. Dodgy definitely, now that I think about it, Dodgy definitely took this. Wonder if he already tweeted about it. And you could target this high, I'm sure. Previous month's high and previous week's high. Dude, these indicators are so nice. 'Cause now I don't have to mark out the chart every single time. It's just automatically there. That's so useful. You'll note that we got an IFG, and then actually this is a breaker as well. So this inversed, and then this was a breaker overlapping with the fair value gap. So one entry was an IFG entry, another entry was a breaker. I was just being an idiot and adding the time levels. Otherwise, I probably would have saw that. And we're delivering from this down close candle here. Yeah, I was just being an idiot. Otherwise, I probably would have saw that. Because look, yeah, delivering from this down close candle, low, high, lower, low, boom, inverse. And then, yeah, we're going to previous month's high and previous week's high. But yeah, if I was just not adding those indicators, I would have saw that. And do you guys like how I didn't take this? I knew not to. I was so close to. It looked good, but then I was like, no. It looks like too bearish yet right now. Price action looks too bearish. And then when you get this, okay, now this looks more like a market structure shift. This still looks like structure looks bearish. Here, structure is like, okay, now it looks kind of like we're actually getting some kind of shift here. And so, like, it's a screen time thing for sure. Like structure's still looking like it's bearish here, and then this actually looks like a structure shift. That's the difference. It's like a complete intuition thing. It's like 100% screen time. And like, I'm so glad that I had the intuition not to take this, because you can just see clearly the market structure is still bearish. We have not switched. It doesn't look as good as something like this. This 2-minute IPG looks much better. And as well, this didn't really even, this barely, I guess that kind of is like barely on the borderline of closing above on the 2 minute. It closed above on the 3 minute, but once again, like, just the structure just doesn't seem bullish yet. And then here you're like, okay, yeah, now this seems more like a structure shift. And then we got this final sweep here. And now we are already almost at previous week's high and previous month's high. So that was the trade of the day. Camel went break even. Okay, Camel took this trade, but he got break even. He went break even at this high, and then he got stopped at break even. Yeah. It just kind of depends where you move your stop loss to break even, I guess. Because, like, yeah, that would have been a break even trade if you move your stop loss to break even here. But maybe you want to give yourself more wiggle room in this case, and then maybe stop loss to break even here, you know? I feel like stop loss to break even is just one of the trickiest things to, like, master, because it's so, like, it can be, like, it's a screen, stop loss to break even is really, like, a screen time thing, I feel like, because, like, in this case, you'd want to move your stop loss to break even here. Maybe this was fine. Maybe this was smart. Anyway, you can see Camel took this trade. He like I said, this is the trade of the day. Camel got stopped out at break even there. But like, it's just one of those things where like, I don't know. It depends on if you move your stop loss to break even here. If you stop loss to break even here, this wouldn't have been a break even trade. So just, I don't know. It's very much a screen time thing to know whether you should move stop loss to break even, I would say. Wonder if Dodgy got break even too. Boom. That would have been a 4.7 to 1 risk reward trade. And then you'd be done for the day. That's crazy. Okay, yeah. All these people saying don't trade this day and that day. Like, every single day they say don't trade, it's always fine. I feel like they're, I don't know. I really do not understand all these other people saying, oh, don't trade this day, don't trade that day. Like, from my experience, like, all the time they say that, there's always there's a decent trade that happens. And I feel like it just goes to show you really just have to judge the day based off of what price action is looking like and not prejudge it beforehand. Because like this trade would have worked out really, really great. The only thing is a decent chance it was a break-even trade if you move your stop loss to break-even here. That's the only downside to this trade. Otherwise, this would have been a 4-to-1 risk reward trade. And everyone else was screaming, don't trade today. It's like, what? This was a great trade. Why is everyone else just suck? Because, like, clearly, like, I could have caught this trade if I was not adding those time levels onto my chart. I knew, the cool thing is I knew not to take this one. I knew not to take this one because it wasn't a structure shift. We were delivering from nowhere. This one, I have a pretty good feeling I would have taken this because here you go. This is more of a structure shift. This just looks a lot higher probability. We're delivering from this little order block here, and this looks more like a structure shift. And then we get a retracement to that breaker. You could even have pyramided at that breaker, and then boom, right to previous week's high, previous month's high. I mean, it's all it all moves so perfectly. It really does. So if in general, like, um, I just I don't buy all this stuff that everyone else is saying. Like, don't trade this day, don't trade that day. Like, you know what? I'm gonna judge a day based off of actually like. I'm not gonna prejudge a day. Honestly, that's all I'll say. I'm not gonna prejudge a day. I'm gonna judge it based off of how price action is moving, how smooth it is, and what actually happens. You know. But the only way I'm gonna get better now is screen time. I mean, seriously. So we're getting a bearish SMT. Let's remove everything. We don't need it anymore. We're getting a bearish SMT. S&P still has equal highs. Are these equal lows? Not really. I don't know. Structure just looks too bullish here. In this video, I'm going to be covering everything you need to know on important time levels and how you can use them in your trading. There are essentially two main ways that time levels are used. They're either used as a reference point to determine if we're in premium or discount, or they can also be used as support. Yeah, we got a reaction off of London's high. I mean, here's a 2 minute. Here's kind of like a 2 minute ICG. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, yeah, I bet you we're gonna run all this now. Are we even in premium though? We're probably gonna run this low. Yeah. Probably should have entered that, but I wasn't sure. I didn't know if I just kind of lacked 100% conviction, but we're probably going to go here. 2-1. Should I enter? It's on demo. I should have entered it. I don't know. Yeah, I had a second chance too. There you go. Take a partial off. I don't know. Was this a good trade? I think it was okay, but I don't know if it was good. It's maybe gonna be a break even, honestly. Hey, bro. I'm not sure if this is a good trade or not, but I'm noting that this was an inverse. I didn't take it because I just wasn't sure. But I did mark it out. How are you, bro? Are you trading today? The trade that I liked, but I was adding my new settings on this indicator. I just barely put on 8:30 and 9:30, and I made a video on it today. And I think these are gonna be really useful, especially because I don't have to mark these out every morning. They're just gonna pop up on my screen, which is really nice. And it also shows me the session highs and lows. So that indicator is really nice. But the trade that I really liked, as I was setting up that indicator, I missed it. The trade that I really liked, and I'm pretty sure I would have taken this, was this trade. And entry here, stop loss here, and then equal highs. You have like equal highs here. Yeah, don't we all? It's hard when you don't have money. But that's why prop firms are nice, because you can just slowly start to scale, and you only need a little bit of money if you're profitable. So yeah, TP1 here, and then I would have taken off. So we had previous this high over here. If I pull up, I have another indicator which tells me the previous week's high and previous month's high. And so you could see this was previous week's high, previous month's high, right? So I had this marked out, previous week's high and previous month's high. and this was a super good liquidity pool, and so I would have left runners to go hit that, and you can see that's exactly where we went, right? So this would have been a 4-to-1 restore trade. This would have been an amazing trade. I was setting up the stupid indicator. But that's the trade I would have taken today. There was this $10 in the airdrop. I'm still broke too. I'm still on my way to finally making money from trading, but I wish, bro. I wish I could give you money. Okay, so this would have stopped you out at this other trade probably would have stopped you out at break even. But there was this, and the reason I didn't like this that much is because you can see that structure still is bearish, and we're not delivering from anywhere. So it's like a screen time thing. You can see the difference, even though this is like a really nice 3-candle boom, boom, boom. It's not delivering from anywhere. The structure's still bearish. Here, when you get this 2-minute, it's all of a sudden now we made a higher high. Now the market structure shifted. Now the market actually looks like it's a screen time thing for sure. And so it was something that I didn't take this one because you could just tell the market's still not moving. It's a screen time thing. Yeah, this trade would have been really, really nice. The only thing is, you probably would have got stopped out at break even if you moved your stop loss. If you moved it to stop loss to break even at this high. But if you move your stop loss to break even at this high, you would have been good. So it just depends where you moved it. It's hard for me to say what I would have done, but yeah. And then so my friend took that same trade, and let me show you that trade he took. So yeah, he took this same trade. He noted there was actually an SMT as well at the lows, and you can see that he said that he got stopped out at break even because he moved the stop loss here. And so I don't think that was necessarily terrible, or I don't think that was wrong. It was just unfortunate. But if you it just kind of depends. It's like a preference thing. This all looks like very nice liquidity, right? So there's a good chance I would have wanted to wait until we got to this high to move stop loss to break even. Actually, you know what? Maybe it would have been a break even at this high as well. Yeah, I might have. I don't know. It's kind of tricky because we left equal highs. So I'm not sure what I would have done, but if you had held this, it would have been a 4-to-1. At the worst, it would have been a break even. So, but yeah, this was a good trend line, so it was a good area to target. Now, going back to that other trade, you're from Pakistan? Nice, bro. How is Pakistan? Anyway, so after we swept this high, this was like a very strong, this was a very strong high to have swept. And so then we got our inverse back down. And yeah, this would have hit TP1 but stopped you out at break even. So that trade would have been okay, but not amazing because you would have got stopped out at break even. I just didn't feel like taking it. It just wasn't high enough probability for me. And then so you can see now we push back into into 930 open, which is overlapping with this order block. So I have a feeling that we're probably gonna we're gonna push lower here. Really good. I don't know if it's that easy for me to come to Pakistan, but that would be pretty cool if I could. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. There's a good chance I might not take a trade today because I'm just trading on demo right now. I'm actually just right now I'm just trying to get better. I'm not really I'm trading on demo, just focusing on getting better and sticking on the charts for all of New York session. Because all that I care about right now is getting better, but I have a feeling that in the near future, very near future, I'm gonna really start taking some very profitable trades. So, but yeah, like I said, we are pushing into that. We pushed into that 930 open. So this kind of like these act as like support and resistance, and so I could see us moving lower off of that as well. There's a 15-minute. You see we pushed into this 15-minute order block. Are these equal lows? So right now it's kind of unclear to me what the market wants. Yeah, these are kind of like equal lows. We're gonna mark these out. The S&P still has equal highs though. It's kind of unclear. Yeah, I'm just watching right now. So much of trading is just doing nothing. It's kind of painful, but you just gotta wait and do nothing until you see that signature in price that you've known and you've seen 1,000 times before. That's why I wasn't confident to take this, because I just didn't know if this was going to be like super high probability or not. This one I know, because I've seen this happen before so many times. I've seen an inverse like this work out so many times. This one I wasn't that sure, but this one I knew for sure. Like, if I saw this, I would have taken it. Yeah, we got these relatively equal lows here. We got this 3-minute, I guess, I don't know. I don't know if this is like, no, I wouldn't consider that a market structure shift, because this, I guess a market structure shift is when you have a swing low. This isn't really like a swing low. It's not a low, lower low, higher low. So this wouldn't really be a market structure shift. Bro, check out Uni USDT. You short from 9.486. Yeah, I'll check it out. Let's look at it. I still have the market pulled up on my other screen. I have Uniswap. I'll just type it in. You shorted from 9.486. How did you do that? You shorted the very top? It's like, that's like not even on the chart. You shorted the very top? Did you short this? You shorted the very, very top? That's impressive, bro. How did you do that? How did you know that that was where it was going to go down? That's crazy. Alright, let's look at what's going on. You're always on the computer screen. Yeah, but still, how did you know? Like, how did you know that was gonna work? Like, even if you're always on the computer screen, how did you know that was actually where it was gonna go down? That was just like, that seems like, that's very impressive. I don't know how you did that. Okay, so this is a 5-minute BPR here. And we swept previous month's high, previous week's high. So maybe we can get something out of this. Just gonna take some patience here to see if we get anything. Okay, maybe a 2-minute inverse here. Can we get a 2-minute inverse here? Or a 1-minute? See all these equal lows. Let me turn on those. What I'd probably do is I'd take most off there and then leave a partial to go down to here. Let's try it. I'm on demo, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, the wicks, it's not really closing below yet, so I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, one contract. I did it on NQZ. Oh, I forgot to do it on MNQ. Oh my gosh. I forgot to do it on MNQ. Alright, whatever. I'm just going to have... See, that's okay. That's okay. But this is demo money, so it doesn't matter. Let's do it on an MNQ as well. So that way we get a better example of what we actually intended to do. This is what I intended to do. I intended to short MNQ here. How do I take a partial profit though? Okay, I'm exiting this one because I didn't mean to do this one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll take I would take 3 off here and then leave 2 runners. I gotta remember to do my trades on MNQ. That's so embarrassing. Okay. Snap. You want my Snapchat? You can get my Snapchat, but I don't know if it's the best way to talk to me about trading is through my Discord. And so I have a link to that in my bio, and you can add me on Discord and DM me on Discord. If you do want my Snapchat, I can give that to you too, though. I have an Instagram account, but I barely started posting on it. Okay, so I wanted to enter actually more, so I'm gonna enter more. I wanted to risk 500, so we're gonna risk 500, and so there we go. This is the risk that I wanted for this trade. So if this doesn't work out, then whatever. This is demo money, but this was the risk that I was intending to have for this trade. So we're gonna see. We're delivering from a fair value gap. We got an inverse, so got these relatively equal lows here. So final TP will be here. But I will take most off here. I'll take 4 off, and then I'll leave 2 runners. This is just practice, dude. If this doesn't work out, that's fine. It's just practice. Like, whatever. Just getting screen time in, you know? I think we might hold this fair value gap. I mean, this is a lot, there's a lot of liquidity down here. Really? Okay. Alright. Once again, I'm still getting better, bro, but it's okay. I think that was fine. I mean, what could have been done better about that trade? Because these are equal lows, right? These are equal lows. Well, it was demo money, so it's okay. So, see, the thing is, like, this, it looks okay. I still think it looks okay. I'm not completely upset. Whatever. But could there have been a better trade? Maybe. But this is why screen time is so valuable. Like, I start to realize what trades work, what trades don't. We might actually get another opportunity. Oh, nothing like what? I didn't think it meant anything otherwise, bro. You're good. You can do you want here, you can add me add my Discord. It's just Jake Trades It. Just go to my Discord server and what's it called? Yeah, and then just go to owner and then just click add, and then that's me. But yeah, I would just add me on there. But yeah, I'm just getting better too, bro. So just understand that that's where I'm at right now. But I think I'm pretty close to being profitable. You know. Anyway, I feel like we could get a good trade down to these equal lows, later on actually. Um, so this is a really good target for later. So even though we didn't get this right now, we'll get something down to the equal lows later. But it honestly probably won't happen until 11 a.m. This is why honestly you should just, like, if there's a good trade that happens in the morning, you should just stay off the charts. Like, this was a great trade, and then that's kind of like, that's when you call it a day. You just one and done, you're done for the day. Because then you go and take trades like this, and then you lose, right? So yeah, I still think this is a very, very clear draw on liquidity. Look at how perfectly equal these lows are. Boom. Perfectly equal. I actually might just keep trading on demo until I feel like I'm ready. No point in getting an eval if I'm not ready, you know? So I might just keep trading on demo. I'm kind of enjoying trading on demo, honestly. Awesome, thanks. Sweet, bro. Yeah. Any questions you have, you can DM me on there. DM me any questions at all. I don't know if I got the message yet. Did I get the message? I don't see the message, but maybe it's just because I have to add you as a friend. I'm not sure. So yeah, I think what I need to do is I'm just now realizing I need to copy and paste this indicator over, so that way it's on MNQ as well. Okay. Wakarkza? I don't think I do. Who is that? I don't use Telegram. Otherwise, I would tell you, but I don't use Telegram. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use Ow. That was stupid. I hit my hand on the table. I'm gonna use MNQZ to do the actual analysis on the chart, and then if I want to do anything like on the higher time frame, I'll use NQZ and I'll just mark it out on there. Like for example, like today, if I wanted to mark out that I probably should have kept this 1 hour for value gap. I should have kept this on NQZ. I mean on NQZ, and then that way it's not messing up my actual chart that I'm going to be trading on. But I can go refer to these high time frame levels and say, okay, we are bullish because I shouldn't be bearish because look at this, we're reacting off of this 1 hour for value gap. And then I go back to my other chart and I say, okay, so I know not to be bearish, that kind of thing. I think that'll be a smart move for sure. And then yeah, you can see that after that we pushed into this 15-minute order block, and that's why we reacted where we did. But we have left relatively equal lows, so I do think we will come back down at some point. Okay, I need to save my template here. But I'm starting to get the hang of my template because I got basically everything I need. My trading, so this is where I trade the lower time frame, and then this is where I mark out my higher time frame key levels, and then on my other screen I look for SMTs. Oh, you know what? You know another reason that this was a bad trade? Another reason this was a bad trade is because we had a lower time frame SMT here. So we had an SMT, 1 minute SMT at these lows. That makes a lot of sense, actually. If I saw that, I wouldn't have taken that trade. Otherwise, I think that trade's okay. But you see, we had a 1 minute SMT at these lows, and it's just like we were at that 15-minute order block. So it's very interesting, though. Just take a trade in uni for short from 9.485. If it breaks upward, then go short. Definitely you get profit. I only trade NQ right now, but like I think that's really cool, and I'm very interested. Like if you want to show me that trade idea, you can definitely do that. I'm gonna pull it up real quick so you can show me. Take a short from. Hey, Uniswap respected London highs. I don't know if that's like if that works on other assets or not. Anyway, yeah. Take a short from 9.485. If it breaks upward, then go short. You definitely get profit. Yeah. I could see that. I could see it. Well, now I know to execute on the MNQZ chart. I think I'm going to keep trading on demo for now. Just to keep getting better. And I have the SMTs pulled up on the screen, which is really nice. Yeah. Hey, Camel Trades took my trade too. I don't feel that bad. I think. Will you take a trade today in Dogecoin from 21 cents? Well, I know Dogecoin is pumping right now because of the election. I gotta actually pull up Dogecoin. For some reason, I don't have it up. I usually do. Dogecoin. From 21 cents. What makes you come up with these levels? I'm curious, because I don't know. You just short at old highs? Like, what do you do? Like, how do you know that that's 21 cents is where you're gonna short? I think it looks bullish. Oh, you're thinking maybe. We are running up against all these old highs. I think we'll go. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure actually, but yeah, Dogecoin is pumping big time, big time. So is Bitcoin. I'm not trading Doge. Maybe one day I'll start trading other assets, but I do analyze other assets every day in my Discord, their private videos. But that's mostly just for me getting better. It's not to mean anything else, but I do analyze all kinds of assets every day, just to get better, you know. Yeah, my friend Camel Trades took the same trade, so I don't really feel that as bad. I think it was fine. I took a short trade on this and got 350% profit just in 3 minutes. Dude, you might be like the best trader in the world. That's like, I don't know. That's like, what? How did that happen? That's awesome. Send your trade in the Discord, and so that way we can see it. Put it in the trading floor chat. We want to see it. Show everyone your entries and what you how you entered. I think people would be interested in it. I think people would like it. Show everyone. But yeah, the Discord server is basically just like an opportunity to just make friends and join a community of people who love trading, and that's kind of the whole point of what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to basically start, I feel like, the first free authentic community of traders that I've found. Everyone else has paid Discord servers. I just want to make a free place, a free hub for trading that everyone can be a part of. It's in my YouTube bio, so go to my YouTube. Go to YouTube. Like this. YouTube. Go to my channel, and then go to my bio, and it's right here, and you click this link, and it'll send you to my Discord server. Oh man, this is the point in the day where I kind of start to get tired. You can see that we got that SMT, and then we did hold this order block here. So that's interesting. And then, did we get an inverse out of that? It's not really clear. But we had this breaker. So look at this. We had SMT at the lows. We had a breaker here. So this could have been high. This, honestly, this is a Hydra style trade. We had this breaker. SMT at the lows, we had the breaker, we had a fair value gap. And then stop loss below the SMT because it's protected, and then your TP would have got hit. Let's say you put your entry at the breaker with your stop loss below the low. I wouldn't have taken this because there's equal lows below, but like, let's say Hydra took this trade, because maybe he did. That'd be 2-1. Yeah, send the link to your trade in the Discord. But yeah, this breaker, so you have this low, high, lower, low, higher, high, and it's overlapping with this fair value gap. So I don't know if Hydra would have taken this because there's equal lows below. I feel like you just don't want to do this kind of a trade with equal lows below, but in case you did, like, it's important for me to like acknowledge that like maybe you could have taken that trade. But I wouldn't have taken it because there's equal lows, personally. If there weren't equal lows, like let's say we swept this low instead and we went into this fair value gap, then that would be an A+ setup and I would have taken it. Well, I might not have taken it because I'm trying to stick to only inverse fair value gaps right now, but yeah. Oh, you know what though? If you took this inverse fair value gap with your stop loss below the low, you'd have to have your stop loss like all the way down here. This would not be good risk reward. You do not want to take that. And if you had your stop loss here, you would have got stopped out. So yeah, not as good of a trade. Let's see what other targets we have. I love having these 8:30 and 9:30 times. See how we reacted off this 9:30? Very interesting. Candle bodies respected that 9:30 really well. I'm really starting to like all these indicators that I have, honestly. Day, week, month highs and lows. Yeah, we took out previous month's highs and previous week's highs. So we're kind of just like we're moving higher until eventually we'll take out this low resistance liquidity, and eventually we'll take out this. It's probably gonna take some big event to do that though. Like it might not happen until it's probably not gonna happen until we take out all-time highs. Realistically. Okay, I haven't seen the message yet, but that's awesome that you sent me a message. I'll try and find it later. Thanks for hanging out with me for so long, bro. Most people don't stay around this long. It's surprising. And you can see we push back into this 15-minute order block. Boom. And yeah. There will be a lot to review for my market recap today. A lot to review. Aw, your vibes are good, bro. Thanks, dude. Yeah, like, and the idea is we're just gonna keep getting better at trading as a community. Like, I know I took that loss today, but in reality, this wasn't a terrible loss, and I really do mean that. We're delivering from a fair value gap. We got an inverse. There's just going to be losses in trading, and you have to accept that that's going to be a reality. And as long as you just stay consistent and take good trades, you're going to be profitable. You just gotta stay consistent, stay on the charts. Once again, if I took this trade in the morning, if I saw this one, I would have gotten a 4-to-1 risk reward trade. That would have been amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And, like, it's just a matter of time before I really do think I'm going to be very, very profitable. I mean, look at this kind of a trade. This is crazy. This is awesome. All the way up to previous. I mean, the draw on liquidity was so clear. And we reacted right off of that previous week's high and previous month's high. It was like almost perfect. I mean, it's not random. It's just not. But yeah, 4-to-1 risk reward trade. I would have caught that. Unless I moved if I moved my stop loss to break even here, then it would have got stopped out of break even. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, over time, we will fix all the little errors, and we're gonna be very, very profitable. You know, I'm from Idaho, United States. Okay, I'm in the middle of editing my what's it called? My daily to-do list. So hang on a second. See, at 1 minute time frame, Doge UST is making a head and shoulder pattern. Doge USDT. Yeah, I don't really trade head and shoulders because I don't really trade patterns. I trade based off of I trade based off of liquidity. It's where people's stop losses are. Above old highs and old lows, people have stop losses, and so I trade based off of the idea that the market's gonna come back and run through old highs and old lows. I don't trade head and shoulders, but it is interesting. You're saying that there is a head and shoulders. 1 minute time frame. That's really cool, bro. Yeah. Doge USDT head and shoulders. Very interesting. Yeah, we're making lower highs and lower highs. I don't know what specifically you're looking at, but I believe you. I believe you that there's a head and shoulders. I trade the idea that there's basically like the market runs through old highs and old lows to generate panic. That's. Oh, hey, what's up? I was just looking at Doge for a second because Usama here was wanting me to look at it. You say there's a bearish SMT. Oh, yeah, there is. Oh, there is, yeah. Hey, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that a lot. There is an SMT. I really gotta focus and pay better attention because, like, I gotta be able to spot stuff like that. That's important. That's very important. So we got this SMT here. um, where S&P made a lower high and Nasdaq made a higher high. So we have those equal lows. So I want to get a trade out of this. There was no inverse value gap here, so RSI bearish divergence, just like the regular RSI. That's cool that there's RSI bearish divergence. I personally don't use RSI because it's just like RSI to me is just like you're just using RSI is just, the problem with RSI to me is you're taking in lagging data and producing like a number that's based off of what's already happened. That's why that's why I try and look at the chart, and I only use highs and lows and inverse value gaps. And when I only use highs and lows and inverse value gaps, then I'm basing my trades based off of where the market. I don't have any lagging data. Everything is in real time. So when I trade RSI, I'm basing my information off of the last 14. Yeah, I'm basing RSI is based off of the last 14 candles, right? So if I'm trading RSI, it's basically taking in those last 14 candles as input, and I'm constantly 14 candles behind. It's the data. It's constantly going to give you. It's not really going to predict the future as well as you think it will. Whereas if you just go off of like the actual order flow of the chart, like for instance, like you just wait for this fair value gap to get broken, right? This 2-minute fair value gap. Once this gets broken, you enter on the candle body close, and then you put your stop loss below the low, and you target previous month's high. In my opinion, this is a lot better way to trade because you are trading based off of the real time frame order flow of the chart. You're trading the actual liquidity. There's low resistance liquidity here. You're trading that when this fair value gap gets violated, you're trading the actual order flow of the chart. And so it's a lot, what's the word? In my opinion, it's a lot more effective because these are people. Think about it from a common sense perspective. Everyone in here is buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. And what are they going to do once the market comes back up? They're going to panic sell and get stopped out. So what does that mean? That means that you know that there's going to be exit liquidity for your trade. So they're going to get stopped out here. You're going to be taking profit. And that's the idea behind like all of liquidity is you're going to be taking profit where other people are getting stopped out. So that's kind of like the whole idea behind it, right? But anyway, there was previous month's high here. So if I go over to the hourly chart and pull this over, you can see this right here. This was previous week's high and previous month's high. So that's why I was targeting this high here. That's why you target this high, because this is a major liquidity pool. So really, really fascinating stuff. But yeah. When many S&P rise and USD go down, BTC reacts like S&P and rise. That's very interesting. I don't really know what the mini. You're talking about the. I do know what you're talking about. That's interesting that there's that correlation. I've never noticed that. So, it's kind of interesting, but we got a bearish breaker block here. We pushed into this breaker block, and it overlapped with this fair value gap, and so this would have been a breaker block trade. I got to get better at spotting these in real time, honestly. But yeah, I think we're gonna go run those lows now because we got that SMT. Stop loss above this high. I think we're gonna go run these lows. But once again, I missed that entry, right? Shoot, I forgot. I'm supposed to be on NQZ. I mean MNQZ. Oh, yeah, the micro. Yeah, mini S&P. Let me make sure this is saved. Save. So yeah, so you can see this. This is a breaker block, which is a high, low, higher high, which sweeps this high, and then a lower low. So you highlight that down close candle. That's that breaker block. When that overlaps with the fair value gap, that's where you enter. So you would have entered on the very, very, very high right here. You would have entered right there with your stop loss above the high. And you'd be targeting these equal lows. But I missed it. But you see high, low, higher high, lower low. Push back into that fair value gap. Enter. At least I think that works. Yeah, look at this one. High, low, higher high, lower low. Now, it's not really clear because yeah, this closed below, but this didn't get a market structure shift. This didn't really get a market structure shift. This is more like a change state of delivery. So I'm not exactly sure. We got this inverse, so maybe you could have taken this inverse for value gap as well. I haven't seen anything I love though. Like, I'm not taking breaker block entries right now. Well, if I see a good one, maybe I'll take it because I'm on demo. But yay! Woo! We love that. Yeah, dude, I recommend watching all of my videos. I've made over 100 short form videos that I've studied probably like hundreds or thousands of hours worth of just content from Dodgy, ICT, T-Trades, AM Trades, Sir Pickle. Dude, the list goes on. I've studied literally everything. You can learn all that information in like a couple hours if you just go through all my short form videos and watch all of them. You can learn all of that information in a couple hours. It is one of the most powerful ways to learn a ton in a very, very short amount of time. So I recommend, if you haven't, watch all of that. And then after you've done that, go watch Dodgy's Bootcamp. If you still don't understand anything, DM me stuff on Discord and ask me questions. Yeah, DM me information on Discord. Watch Dodgy's Bootcamp. It covers everything. So if you're still confused, I mean, a lot of that stuff might get confusing. If you want to start from the very beginning, maybe don't watch my videos yet. Start from Dodgy's Bootcamp. It's just going to take longer. But if you start from Dodgy's Bootcamp and start from day one, that's going to cover everything from the very beginning, right? So, what are you saying? So your sentiment bearish pullback or something? Yeah, because we got an SMT at these highs. Like you said. And we have equal lows. We have equal lows all the way down here. And we swept previous month's high. So this was previous month's high over here. We swept previous month's high. I think we'll at least go to these equal lows. Now, it's not exactly perfectly equal, but they're relatively equal. But this isn't a trade I would take. So, once again, like, I think you need a little bit more context to take a trade. I don't think I would take a trade. But I do think that, there was a bearish SMT here, so we could go lower. But that's not to say that we have to. I think you were the one who told me... Hey, thank you. I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate it. You're the one who told me about the SMT, bro. So yeah, you're the one who told me there was a bearish SMT here. But yeah, we swept out that high. We swept out previous month's high, and we got that SMT. So and we have these relatively equal lows. So it does seem bearish, but until we get further context, until we get like an inverse or value gap or something, like this isn't really a trade. So we're just watching. I appreciate that you like my videos. I really do appreciate it. And also, if you want to study, one of the other best ways to study is watch my market recaps I make every single day. I cover all the possible trades you could have taken on that for that day, and I go through like all of trading Twitter, and I review everyone's trades. I go through every single person's trades for that day. I talk about every single trade you could have taken, and it is one of the fastest ways, or one of the easiest ways to study, because I'm going in and backtesting and doing all the work for you. All you gotta do is like get some popcorn and watch it. It's like, who wouldn't want to just have someone do all the work for them and find all the trades? So why wouldn't I take this trade? Well, I'm only trading inverse for value gaps right now. But you could take this. This is a possible trade you could take. I'm just right now I'm just focusing on inverse for value gaps. But this is a high, low, higher, high, lower, low. So this is a breaker. And so we see how this is a high, a low. Let me draw this out so you can really get what I'm saying. This is a high, a low, a higher high, a lower low. Now what happened is we swept out this high, we got an SMT, and we swept previous month's high. So now we push back into this breaker block. This is that down close candle before that sweep. We push back into that breaker block. I have like 5 videos on inverse for value gaps. There should be one just called inverse for value gaps, or like IFVG. It's just, the term is IFVG. But I have a long form video on inverse for value gaps. I have like 3 or 4 short form ones. I talk about inverse for value gaps all the time. But yeah, anyway, you can see that this down close candle, this down close candle, this represented a selling point. You see that? With your stop loss above the high. Once we get a push back into this down close candle, that's that breaker block. Then you would target these relatively equal lows for a 2-to-1 risk reward trade. Now, possibly if this 5-minute inverses, I could take it, but I don't know. I'm still trying to just focus on. I'm just trying to get better. So I am from America, yeah. I'm from the United States. I'm from Idaho. So yeah, we're delivering from this breaker. You see how perfect this entry was? You see how this entry was? This was like literally like me, like it's like sniper entry here. Like that down close candle was clearly where the market reacted. I might take this. We got a 3-minute fair value gap right here. So honestly, if this 3-minute closes below, I might try. Since it's I'm just trading on demo, right? This doesn't really matter. And then I could leave a runner down to this low, but this is only when this closes below, right? So if there's no close below, there's no entry. So this is not a trade yet until we close below. I only have 5 minutes left on the charts, guys, so I will get off in 5 minutes, even if this trade does not happen, and that's okay with me. But yeah, we'll see if we get this trade or not. If we're in the trade, I'll stay on the charts, but and there will be a market recap video that'll come out covering everything from today, in like, I don't know, less than a couple hours. Strongest confluence. There's only 3 things you need. Only 3 things you need. All you need. There's only 3. I covered this in my most popular video. It's Dodgy's IFG strategy. All you need is a sweep, an inverse for value gap, and then a target. That's all. That's it. That's all you need. Sweep, inverse for value gap, somewhere to target. For instance, this trade from earlier today. What happened? We swept out this, and we swept out this. So we had external liquidity swept and internal liquidity swept. We got a 2-minute close above. So this is your 2-minute inverse for value gap. And then where did you target? Previous month's high. You see that? That's all you need. Entry, stop loss below the IFG candle, or you could put it, in this case, below the body. Just depends where you want it. Conservative, you could put it below that, below the candle. I'd probably put it below the candle, and then you could target all the way up previous month's high. Now I would take off a portion at these equal highs, but then I would hold runners for previous month's high, and then boom, 3-1. Depending on if you had your stop loss here or here, that'd be 4-1. So yeah. Obviously, it's not always going to be that simple. Like, it can get confusing because sometimes, like, a lot of it comes from screen time. Like, this is an inverse for value gap, but this is not a good inverse for value gap in this case because we still hadn't really gotten, like, market structure still. I mean, this would have been okay. This is the kind of formation you want to see. You want to see a sharp move back up like this, but we were still downtrending, right? This seems more like a market structure shift, right, when we close above this high. And so, I don't know, you don't need a market structure shift. But it's a screen time thing. It's very much a screen time thing. So, anyway, this trade was good. It just didn't work out. But there are a lot of trades where, like, most of the time, trades like this work out. Like, I could show you a million examples. like here. See this? You had essentially these two fair value gaps acting as one fair value gap. 5-minute fair value gap. When we close above that, you enter. And then you would target these highs over here. You would target these highs over here. All the way over here. See these highs? So that would have been a 1.4 to 1. But you get the idea. If you get candle body close above an old or below an old fair value gap, that's an entry. Now, like you don't. It all depends on the context. You don't always need some kind of sweep. Like let's say you're like coming off of a fair value gap. It all depends on the context. But inverse fair value gaps, once you really understand them, they are the strongest entry model. And once you understand liquidity, you really understand why. It's like the market's running through old highs and old lows. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna come run these lows. But I'm gonna get off the chart since it is 11 Eastern time right now. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching the stream. I will see you guys